super high.
Welcome, everybody. Another edition to The Pick is In. We'll be talking about tackles this time. Got my guy Pat to the top left of the screen, my guy Nate to the top right. And we're going to break down some film. We're going to give you our thoughts. And we're going to, exactly see what this tackle class is all about. Maybe look into depth, see what's maybe a third or fourth round pick. We're going to have to go with the flow of the show and see what happens. I'm going to turn it right over to my guy, Pat, and see what he's looking at.
All right, man. There's a couple of tackles in this draft that I see that are first-round tackles. We got a couple of tackles that I'm like, I don't know. And as we discussed earlier, Evan Neal might not be the best tackle in this draft, man. I like Charles Cross a lot as well, man. I like Ekwonu a lot as well. We're going to get into some film to see if I can back up my statements. We're going to look at film of Evan Neal, Charles Cross, Ekwonu, and Sean Ryan and Darian Kennard. This tackle class is not as deep as people thought.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think the inside linemen are way better than what these tackles are.
Yeah.
So if we want to get a tackle, we better get them early, because I do not think that these guys in the later rounds are going to pan out to be monsters. And, you're proven wrong a whole lot in these drafts. A person that you don't think that can actually be good actually turns out to be the best of the class. And usually a lower round pick does that. But those are the 5 tackles we're going to look at today. And like I said, my top offensive tackle, I'm about to do a little bit more studying. But as of right now, it may be Charles Cross. What do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I think when you're looking at this tackle class, it's certainly not what it was last year. Last year, there was a lot of depth. There was a lot of guys that you could look at in later rounds, maybe. There was certainly not just 3 top guys and then a giant drop-off like you have this year. Even the top 3 guys, like you're talking about, have question marks with them. For me, I think the top tackle is up in the air. I would say it depends entirely on what you're looking for, because all 3 of the top guys, Cross, Ekwonu, and Neal, have very different strengths and weaknesses. So for me, I'm looking at those top 3 as pick whichever one you want, and you'll probably work out fine. But after that, it is a whole lot of question marks. This is a very, very, very top-heavy offensive tackle class. And like you said there, Pat, the interior linemen are a lot better this year. I think if you're looking at that and you're looking from a Giants standpoint, because we are all Giants fans here, if we're looking from that standpoint, we should probably be looking to take an offensive tackle in the first round for sure. And then if we're not taking an interior lineman along with him at 7 or 5 or whatever we're doing, we should probably be looking to prioritize tackle first. So then, yeah, like you said, we'll look at the top 3, Neal, Ekwonu, and Cross, and we'll talk about what each of them do well and maybe not so well. And then we're going to look at a couple other guys in Sean Ryan out of UCLA and Darian Kennard at Kentucky. And as we're going to see there, Darian Kennard has a lot of raw traits, a lot of raw athleticism. He just does... He has no technique at all. And it's going to get into the idea of, as we're Giants fans, again, we're looking at an offseason here where it's going to depend entirely our draft strategy on who we bring in for general manager, head coach, coaching staff. What are we going to be able to do from that perspective? So if we're looking at drafting guys, it has to fit with that. So I think that kind of limits us right now in terms of what we know. But yeah, without any further ado here, let's get into it then.
Joe, what do you think about this tackle class coming up, man?
Oh, man, Pat, look, I'm watching film, and I see guys that kind of, take a little bit off, collect the mail, so they say. Look, I get it. You guys are doing 70 to 80 reps a game. But, there's times where you got to hustle.
No, got some internet problems here.
It's not.
We're gonna try this out long term here.
I apologize, folks. I apologize. This tackle class, I see guys that are going to get beat by speed rushers. Yeah. I see guys that are going to get beat by bull rushers. I don't see that one dominant guy in this class. Everyone says it is Neal, but look, I mean, Neal. So the videos that I was watching, he was getting bull rushed pretty good, especially against Georgia. Those guys, he was getting bull rushed. He was, but the quarterback, the receivers, they were getting open fast enough where it didn't show up in the game. But he is at 350. That's a big man, and asking him to do some of the blocks in the NFL, I can see now why some of the experts were questioning his movement speed. Like pulling, stunting, catching a speed pass rusher, with the footwork. There's other guys I like with better footwork, but they have a tendency to get beat inside. So a lot of this is going to be with our film breakdown and talking about these guys and comparing them to each other. Yeah.
I'll say this. When you do look at Evan Neal and you try and determine who's offensive tackle one, like I said, I think they all have different traits to like. With Evan Neal, we all know what makes him special. We all know what makes him, in a lot of people's eyes, OT1. And it's the fact that as good as a guy like Ikem Ekwonu's technique is, and as good as some of these other traits we're going to talk about is, as good as Charles Cross is in pass pro, you can't teach that size. You can't teach that burst. I mean, I look at this kid and I see raw potential. And at the end of the day, that's what we were talking about with how confident are you in your coaching staff? How confident are you in your ability to develop a guy like that? And I think that's what it's going to come down to, because at 5, odds are we're going to have either 2 out of 3 to pick from or all 3 to pick from for which offensive tackle we want if we are looking to draft that other bookend across from Andrew Thomas. So I think we need to understand what our limitations there are. And then with Ikem Ekwonu, he's more the complete player, I'd say, than a guy like Evan Neal is. He's a mauler in the run game, and he can still get after it in pass pro. And then we're gonna talk a little bit more about the film therein. But Pat, what are your specifics here that you want to get into before we actually look at the tape?
Yeah, before we look at the tape, if we want to break down the top 3 before we look into the tape, my worry about Evan Neal is his pulling as a tackle. I don't think he pulls very well as a tackle. And when he comes into camp, you got to have somebody that's going to keep him motivated, because he's been the best at Alabama, and he's much bigger and stronger than everybody on the field. When he gets to the NFL, a lot of more guys have major technique. You're going against guys that have technique every game. Yeah. So I don't think this guy can just come in and just rest on what he has right now. I think he has to learn a lot more technique with Evan Neal. I still call him the best tackle in this class, but let's hope his weight issues are not serious. I don't think they're serious as people making it out to be, but the man is 6'7", 360, and if he comes in around 380, 385, that may be worrisome. Yeah. That may be a little worrisome. Charles Cross, he's only 6'5", 300. I think that's kind of small. For a right tackle. But he can still put some weight on. But I think he has the best technique out of the top 3, to be honest with you. Ekwonu, I think he's the best all around. I think he has the best floor. What I mean by that, I think he's going to be the better tackle coming right out the draft, and you could put him in there. But I think Ekwonu is what he is. He's going to be that for the remainder of his career. He can get a little bit better, but his technique is very sound. He's very good in the run and damn good in the pass. So when you draft him, I think you get an instant starter right there. And I'm not going to lie, I think all 3 of these guys are instant starters, but I think Ekwonu would have the best rookie season. But I think Evan Neal If he masters his craft like he's supposed to, I think he would be the best tackle in this draft because he has the highest ceiling to me.
Yeah.
Charles Cross, I think he has a very high ceiling as well. It's just I got to see his strength. We're gonna look at his film on his strength, and if he has good strength for that small frame, then he'll be okay. But I worry about him getting bull rushed as well. And then you got the lower people like Sean Ryan, Darian Kennard, Trevor Penning, Bernard Raymond, Jackson Kirkland, Nicholas Petit Ferrer from Ohio State is actually rising up draft boards. And
Yes, he is.
And this guy named Jamari Sawyer from Georgia that's actually rising up draft boards because of the game he had against Aiden Hutchinson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy, Daniel Falele from
Out of Minnesota, yeah.
6'8", 380.
It's a lot of person.
I don't think he can move. To be honest with you, I don't think the dude can move.
He has a weight issue too.
I think this guy can. I think he can balloon to over 400 if you don't keep an eye on him, man. So
I'll say this with the weight issue. I think there's a fair point there about some of these guys, but when you look at NFL strength and conditioning staff, I think what we're talking about is entirely based on it comes down to how confident are you in your coaching staff. If you have a good coaching staff and you can get this player to eat right, condition right, do all those things right, I don't think any of these guys are really going to have an issue with that personally.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope not either, because really messed them up.
On that note, you guys want to take a look at some film here?
Yeah, we can take a look at some film, go through some film, and then we'll wrap it up on these offensive tackles.
Hell yeah.
So, the first one we're going to look at, as you know, is going to be Mr. Evan Neal. And speaking of that Georgia game, that's the one that I picked. This is the SEC championship game. Now, did you want to see the actual championship game, or were you talking about the SEC championship game?
So it was the championship game. Is the one that I had watched his last game, because I watched him in 2020 when they went to, what the hell was that, Rose Bowl or whatever. And then I rewatched I rewatched Evan Neal against the Bulldogs in the championship game, and they came at him a little bit differently. So if you can get the championship, I think I found somebody all 22, I think.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see what I can grab too.
Yeah, see, they only got the.
So, I don't have the championship game, but I do have all 22 just from this game without the graphics and whatnot.
See, I want to do just the whole line because that's going to go through.
Pat, I have Alabama's O-line versus Georgia 2021 here if you want to look at it.
That's what I got. You want to send a link there in the private chat?
I can just share my screen for you if you want.
Share your screen.
Let me just pull this right up here.
This was a tell-all when he went up against them Bulldogs.
Yeah.
There was a few stunts he struggled with too.
You put Alabama versus Georgia?
Who, me?
No, Nate. They get the.
Well, this is from the folder of all 22 I've got here.
Right.
Oh, you got the all 22 folder?
So let's just get right into it. This is the start of this Alabama-Georgia game here. And we'll slow this down a bit. Say high speed?
Yeah.
Okay. So here he is. Bottom of the screen here, left tackle, 73.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be Motion across from the tight end. Ball snapped. He's going to down block. And he's just going to hold that edge there. Fine rep. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too good or bad. We'll see it from this angle. I'd really like, and this is one thing for Evan Neal. For me, this is about him getting coached up to use those gifts he has.
Yes.
This is a much lighter player than him.
Exactly.
On this down block, I need to see him crush this kid. So he's going to hold his ground. Oh, excuse me. He down blocks to Jordan Davis. Never mind. That is a fine rep then. That's my fault. Yeah, against Jordan Davis, that's fine then.
Right.
That is entirely my fault there. I have not watched this tape just yet. Okay, here he is again, bottom of the screen. And we're in an empty set here. He snap, gets into his kick set. Great first step, holds him off at the edge. Good rep and pass pro there.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's an experienced NFL edge guy, watch right here. He does get beat on the rip with a little bit of speed.
We'll see this. Great first step. Holds mid arm's length. I'm not sure what you're saying there.
Yeah, I think that would be a good rep.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid rep from Evan.
I worry about that outside against the speed bull rush.
I thought that was all right. Here he is again. It's going to be an outside block. Gets out there, hits his landmark. That's a really nice block.
It just seems that he struggles to do that, though. Replay that rep again.
We're going to see it from this angle.
Yeah, second angle. It just seems that he struggles to do that.
I guess. I think I'd like to see him finish that block better for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's less about him struggling to move in space and more about just he needs to just get after these guys, I think.
That's why I think they say he has the weight. He needs to lose a little bit of weight, I guess. You see how he got beat to the inside right there?
Yes.
That's an experienced pass rusher. He gets beat easily right there.
Let's see this rep from this angle here.
Watch his technique here.
Steps out, comes back inside.
If that's an experienced pass rusher, he's beat easily.
Hold on. I just want to take another look at this here. Because this is coming in from the A gap.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Evan Neal on this rep, and you guys can disagree with me if you like, I think this is him keying on to 4. Because that's his first read in this pass pro. And that's 88, I think, is coming in from the A gap on a 2I. And he's coming out, and I think this is about as good as you can expect from Evan Neal on this rep. But we'll see, because he's coming all the way out here, and Neal has no leverage on this rep. So he comes back, gets his hands into him, gets him off balance, and there he's going to drive him into the pile. I think that's a fine rep, personally.
Just replay that one more time there, if you would.
Sure.
All right, if you watch 88, now if this is an experienced, pass rusher, watch, he should shoot that gap right there.
Yeah.
He should have shot that gap, and then Neal doesn't have a chance at him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas he didn't stay home, he went out wide on his kick step.
So now, back here, right there. See the snap, comes outside. That's a bad rep. Yeah. That's a really bad rep.
Yeah, that's a bad rep right there.
We'll see it again better from this angle coming up. So what's going to happen here is this has been a problem so far in this tape. He's going to way overextend himself.
Yep.
He's not keeping himself centered. He's not keeping his balance. He's not keeping his weight in the right spot. He's going to way overextend. And this is a problem with a lot of young, raw tackles. This is something that showed up in Penei Sewell's film from time to time last year. So what he's going to do is try and just throw himself at number 4, I believe it was, that comes off the edge. And when number 4 does a good job of not giving up his chest and not giving Evan Neal a target, Evan Neal is just going to be way overextended and off balance. So we'll see this here. We'll see Evan Neal against a much lighter, faster guy here. And 4 is just going to swim right past him. Evan Neal has no chance to win the rep again. And luckily, that was a quick hitter. So
Right.
That's not a good ref from Evan Neal, though. And here he is, bottom of the screen, or top of the screen again for the offensive line. Down block. Yeah, that's a fine rep from him. It's not his fault the play got blown up.
Right.
See it from the other angle here. It's going to come down. He's going to take care of his gap. Play is going to get blown up. He takes care of 44. 17 just comes unblocked. 81 needs to make a better block on that.
Yeah, the Kobe Dean beat him badly.
Okay. Here we are again. It's going to be a pass pro rep. Gets back in his kick set. I'm honestly not sure what happened in this rep. We're going to see this from the right angle because Evan Neal, by all measures, should have won this rep by a mile. But somehow he just keeps going backwards here.
That's why I'm worried about a bull rush. Notice they switched 44. Notice they switched 44 and 4. 44 gives Neal a lot more problems.
Oh, man. Okay, so I have a problem with this. Okay, so Evan Neal, at this point, this is really solid start to the rep, and we've been seeing this. Really solid start to the rep, and then problems come later. His footwork is good here. He's getting himself angled on the edge rusher nicely. 44 isn't coming right at him with power. He's giving him a little stutter step here. Not sure what the move's going to be yet. So this is a one-arm stab from 44.
Yes.
And Evan Neal does absolutely nothing about it. And Evan Neal, so this is the thing. When you have a tackle that's this long and this powerful, this shouldn't be a problem. So right here, 44 is extending. He's got a one-arm stab on him. What he's trying to do here is just push him out of the way and get an angle on Bryce Young. Yep. So 73 here, Evan Neal, who we're talking about, is just going backwards. That is inexcusable for a guy his size with his power. This isn't even a bull rush. This isn't even a leverage thing. Right. He's getting under his pad level. This is just, this is a nastiness thing to me. If you're Evan Neal, you're bigger, you're stronger, you're faster, you should be bullying these guys.
Right.
Right.
That's a poor rep. It didn't come back to bite him because Bryce Young gets the ball out real fast, but still.
Yes.
Now here we are again. Evan Neal, top of the line. And not part of the play.
Yeah, not part of the play. But he did hold his block right there pretty good.
He held his block fine. Nothing too special. He's going to get out there, get his hands on him. Again, like, I'm sorry? You good there, Pat?
Lets people get to his chest a lot, too.
That's what I was about to say. The thing is, and this isn't going to be a very technical statement from me here, but when I see an offensive lineman, I want him to be putting his hands on the defenders, not the other way around.
Right.
You know what I mean by that? So I'm looking at this, and it's a fine block. It's not anything too good or too bad. But when you look at tackles in college that are coming out, even when he's not directly involved with the play, I should be seeing him going up against 44 here, who, pardon me, I forget who 44 on this roster is. I should be seeing him go up against 44 and send this guy into next week. Because 44 is not an Aiden Hutchinson or a George Karlaftis with that power. If I can't remember his name, odds are he's not an absolute monster. So I should be seeing Evan Neal start this block right about here, on about whatever this 1 yard line from the bold line is, and I should see it finish about here. That's what I'd like to see.
If not back into the SEC symbol.
Right.
And 44 is holding his ground.
Yeah, he should be driving that guy back.
That's what I'd like to see.
Right. Get low, get with power, plant, and move his ass.
And it should be said, that's nitpicking. I'll be honest. That's what nitpicking is, but it's something that is important to me.
Well, not only that, the talent is way better in the NFL than what he's going against right now. These guys are going to, eat him up.
Absolutely. So here's Neal again. Tight end there. Neal here. See the snap. Well, there it is. So pass pro. That's well done. That's a good rep. So I need to see this again from the defensive line. I didn't quite catch what they were doing here, but so they're threatening blitz. They drop out of it. Okay, they're going to just shift gaps over. So 95 is going to come right over, and Evan Neal's going to pick him up nicely. That was well done. Good rep there.
Yep.
We'll go back and watch this in detail. So Evan Neal, from a right tackle, this is sort of I wouldn't say a scouting thing, but a general football IQ thing. If you're looking at, he's probably queuing 7 or 44. I don't know specifically what their offensive line scheme is, and I won't pretend to. But when he sees 7 drop back and 44 go where he's going to go and not rush, he needs to be alert for the inside guy to come over, which he does. And so 95 comes over, he's right there, picks up the block nicely. That's a good rep.
Again, it looked like he could have got beat on the inside, so that's just something that we could...
Yeah. Again, nitpicking, but important stuff.
It is, but, this is all technique stuff. I mean, if we're seeing this in college...
Sure.
The TJ Watt are going to go off on him.
That's a good block there. I like that. And again... We're gonna keep saying this, nitpicking here, but I really want to see him on these blocks where he makes a good block. I want to see him finish it.
Right.
So Neal's here. This is just going to be straight up one-on-one rep. He's going to come right out, get right into 44, and I just want to see him drive and finish that. Because what keeps happening over and over again is he's giving up his shoulders here, and 44 is getting his hands on him, and he's just going to rip him down.
Right.
So they're going to stand there, and what happens is this goes on for so long, this moment, that inevitably 44 is going to step around him, rip his pads down, and Neal's going to be thrown off balance. You know when this doesn't happen? When you're low in your stance and you're driving his ass backwards.
Right.
This happens when those two guys are standing up next to each other having a lovely conversation for 30 seconds. That doesn't happen when your offensive tackle is driving the guy backwards. But again, so I should say, that's pass pro. I don't have a huge problem with it there, but just in general.
But, man, they're saying this guy could be a number 1 pick.
So, here's again. Not sure what the blocking scheme there is. It's a full slide, but I'm not sure what the goal there was. Oh, okay, I have a real problem with this one. So, this is a really good double team that they execute. If there's one thing that gets on my nerves, and we're talking about finishing the block, this isn't even a nastiness thing. This is a general, I have a problem with this thing. Play through the whistle.
Right.
He is not down. He is on his feet. I don't know who this left guard is, but Evan Neal and this left guard.
Yes.
What are you guys doing here? You're standing straight up. Your guy, your rusher, is on his feet with a direct line of sight at Bryce Young. Granted, it's a good distance away, and they're not going to get hurt for it here. But Bryce Young is still holding the football. The ball is not out. The whistle has not gone. Why is this guy not on the ground?
Right.
Explain that to me.
Right.
And now he's just going to come right on down. He's not going to get there, obviously, because the play was broken and Bryce Young was looking for other stuff. But so let's imagine for a second that on this play, they full slide from this offensive line. It's well picked up. Guard finds work. He comes over, helps out Evan Neal. This is well executed from the line. Big old mosh pit here. Number 90 does not get put down on the ground somehow. Bryce Young is standing right here. Let's imagine for a second, because they have no idea one way or the other, let's imagine this guy wins his rep. Now, Bryce Young is going to be coming right back over this way, drifting towards the middle of the SEC symbol. And number 90 is saying hello there and knocking his ass out.
Right.
Or even if not, let's say that ball doesn't get batted down and it ends up here in this guy's arms. Now number 90 is coming over to gang tackle.
Yes.
These are problems. Play through the whistle. I mean, that's peewee stuff. That bothers me.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to have to leave for a second and come back because my internet is crazy right now.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
So
Can
we're
you
gonna
guys
see
hear
here.
me?
Yeah, I can hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
I'll
you.
be right back.
Okay, cool. Pass pro here. He's gonna get around there. Yeah, that's one thing. I don't think he has any sort of movement skill problems. I think he's fine athletically. I think he moves well in space. This is a really good rep. That's good stuff. But yet again, we find ourselves back here talking about this. This is perfectly done with footwork. He doesn't let him get past him. And he's right here. At this moment, this needs to be a shove his face into the dirt. He is off balance. He's overextended, way over his toes. Rip him down, put him on the ground, finish the rep.
Right.
That's a pancake waiting to be flipped.
That didn't happen.
But still, that one really was nitpicking. That's a good rep there. Interesting front here being presented from Georgia. Got a wide 9 to Evan Neal's side from number 4. Just a straight up shade on the center. Then a 5 tech, and then linebackers doing God knows what. So they're going to bring pressure. That's a really nice blitz pickup. That's great coverage from Alabama. Or not coverage, excuse me, pass pro.
Right.
That's good stuff. Okay, here he is again, bottom of the screen now. And this is an RPO. Okay, so I don't know if I don't know specifically what happened here. I wasn't watching this game, but this is an RPO. Evan Neal and number 70, whose name I do not know,
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, are way too far down the field. Way too far down the field. The college game is crazy with RPO, so they can get away with this.
Right.
Look how far they end up down the field. Evan Neal's probably okay there, but 70 is almost 5 yards from the line.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yes.
But other than that, this seems all right to me. On RPOs, sorry, we're on the next play already. But on that last one, on RPOs, obviously you're not looking to drive as much as you are on a regular run play, so I was okay with that.
Oh, this is that stunt.
Oh no!
Yeah. This is the stunt that he had the problem picking up.
No!
This confused him.
Okay, so let's see what happened here. So, motion across.
The guy's run a twist right here in front of him.
Got a 5 and a 3. Yep. Run
Comes
twist.
over, comes back around. This is a major. And then left that guy open, and
They picked up the stunt really well, but then Evan Neal just. Oh goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go back and watch this again, starting from the other angle here.
Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it's better. Is it better for me now?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So we're just looking at this rep, Pat. They're going to run a twist here on the end, 2-man game. Evan Neal and number 70, his partner in crime, are going to pick up the stunt pretty well and then just once again completely fail to finish the play. Doesn't end up mattering because Bryce Young gets the ball out, but pick it up well, make the switch, and then, oh goodness, where are we?
I think they both got confused.
Yep.
yeah,
I think they got confused on both blocks. I think
Yep.
Evan Neal got confused on. You'll see it right here.
Yeah. So it's just going to be penetrator, looper. This isn't even really a well-executed stunt, but Evan Neal does his job well, but 70 gets so confused, and then Evan Neal, in trying to compensate for 70 being an idiot, this is Dumb and Dumber right here. Now you're saying, oh wait, where's my guy?
See, he gets pushed off a little too easy for me for him to be that big, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's why I've been seeing that film too. Like,
What,
he gets
one more?
pushed off way too easy. Yeah.
Sure, we can do one more here. So
one more.
now we got, again, wide 9, looking like a setup for a one-on-one play, but obviously with Georgia you never know. So we'll get ball snapped. Gonna be a blitz. Oh, okay. So that got picked up well in the end, but number 70, I don't know who you are in pass pro. I'm getting distracted here, but number 70, you got problems.
Yeah, major problem.
Yeah, that was
Evan Neal did his job right there.
Yeah, this is from Evan Neal, who we are talking about. This is well done.
Yeah, but you notice how in the first time he got beat, now he's looking inside.
Yeah.
That was well
That's
done.
how he's supposed to pick that up. That's why. That's why I said that first rep was kind of bad because you're supposed to notice that almost immediately.
Yeah, that was well done from Evan Neal. But my goodness, number 70, the running back made his block for him.
Yeah,
that is. We'll see it again here. Running back, this is a problem. So he just follows him all the way around. What you're supposed to do here from a guard is pass this off to Evan Neal, and then come back to your gap. And he just says, "Where am I going?" Gets back way too late. Way too late.
Reminds you of Hernandez, don't it?
No, don't say that. Don't hurt my soul.
Sakura.
Bredesen.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll call that good for Evan Neal's film. I'll stop sharing my screen here. Now, before we just talk about our reactions to that, I want to say for anyone listening, it is important to understand one game is one game, a full season is a full season. So don't just take that as the entire summation of Evan Neal's game. Watch some more, see some more film. It's important stuff, but that is big game stuff. Those are big game moments, you know? So I will say, with that short, brief glimpse at Evan Neal, what are your guys' reactions to that?
My reaction is I think he has some work to do because Georgia was the creme de la creme of the defensive lines this year, and I think he struggled a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. And Georgia's defensive line is like, I'm not going to say it's like a normal NFL line, but basically it is. I mean, you're going against the best of the best when you go to the NFL, so every week can be like that Georgia game for him. And I think he has a lot to work on with his technique. I think he's still a very high pick. I'm not going to poo-poo him like he's sorry or anything. No, I think he's still, if not the best, the number 2 left tackle coming out this year. I just think he has a lot of things to work on, and he's not as dominant as everybody was making it seem.
Yeah. I'll give. Oh, sorry, Joel. You want to go next?
No. Yeah. Look. I think the guy needs to get down to about 235. I think his first. I think
235.
Or yeah, he's 335. I'm sorry, he's 350.
There you go. Wrong number to start.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm trying to think ahead, but talk now, and it's not working.
No, I got you.
I knew what you meant, but that's still a lot of weight for him.
Yeah.
But if he gets
130 pounds in an off season,
right, he needs to get down to 335. Right in that range, and it's almost like he needs to work on that first step just a little bit more. He's more worried, it seemed like early in those reps, he was worried about getting beat to the outside and then getting struggled and then pulled to the inside. Mm-hmm. So it's his first step is going to have to and he's going to have to learn to keep his head on a swivel.
Yeah,
because the pros are going to throw blitzes at him that he hasn't even seen yet.
Oh yeah.
So if lose the weight, and why I say lose the weight is to increase his agility a little bit more. We see he's got athleticism. He's definitely an athlete for a big man.
Yeah.
But sometimes, just that 10, 15 pounds, that can help you out with your footwork, your reps, and he's got to get that nasty streak.
That's my thing for him.
He's just not out there as an angry individual going, I'm just going to road grade you.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you up. Those two things to me in this off season with the coaching staff, the training staff, if they can get that out of him, man, he's got a high ceiling.
Yeah. I'll say this. I'm going to agree and disagree a little bit. I agree with some, disagree with others. I think in terms of Evan Neal and what he needs to do to fix some of his problems, I don't necessarily think he needs to lose weight, because I think right now, looking at that, maybe a little, but I think when you look at a guy on that tape, I see a guy that moves really well. He moves fluidly. I disagree with the first step. I think his problem is less about his first step and getting out in his kick set, because I think he does that really well. I think it's more about him understanding how to start off and then finish a rep.
Okay,
I think it's an experience thing for me. Not to say he's not experienced, but I think it's the idea of, Pat mentioned this earlier, I think he's used to being a bigger, faster, stronger guy than everyone else around him on the field. And I think he's used to not having to put in sort of that extra 9 yards, that extra bit of work, and understand how to win reps. Because I think he's been brute forcing it his whole career, and he doesn't understand that at the next level that's not going to work out for him. With stunts, that's definitely a big thing. He needs to understand and not be late, not get it right the second time, get it right the first time. And he needs to understand that. He needs to understand sort of how these things move, how defensive line shifts impact him, how gap responsibility impacts him. I think for Alabama,
yes,
that's something I'm surprised Nick's maybe he has and we just don't know about it. I'm sure Nick Saban has probably gotten on him for that, and his partner in crime there, 70 on the offensive line at left guard, who I do not know.
Not helping him either.
Yeah. That was a little bit of Dumb and Dumber there on that tape.
Well,
I think Evan Neal is very raw. I think all the athleticism in the world is there. I think it's just like you said, it's a mean streak. Because even with some of the IQ stuff and some of the understanding stuff, a lot of that would be remedied. Some of those plays, if you're just out there putting someone on their ass, that's going to solve a lot of your problems for you.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a coaching thing. It's going to be, how do you feel about your offensive line coach? Do you think he's going to take this and make it a masterpiece, or is it just going to end up sitting as a giant chunk of marble? So I'll say that about Evan Neal. And who do we want to queue up next year, guys?
Do you have any Charles Cross? If not, I got something pulled up. But
I'm sure I can get some.
But while he's doing that, go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to say I can agree with that. Okay, maybe it's not the first step. More what you said, Nate. I can see where we're almost on the same wavelength, but just a little bit of a different view, and that does kind of make more sense than the first step.
Yeah,
I'm worried about him on blitzes.
Fair, yeah. And Pat, when you say you have stuff, do you have it from this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you pull that up then? Because I don't have all 22 from this year. I have from last year.
Okay.
So you can share that for us, and we will go from there.
This guy's got a lot of agility. I like this guy.
Charles Cross is a good player.
Yes.
67, correct?
I don't remember his number.
67. He played left tackle for
perfect.
Mississippi State. I got him going against Alabama.
Perfect.
Yep.
Does he have reps against Will Anderson in this game?
You know, they line on Will Anderson everywhere, but I'm quite sure you should have one later on in the video. I'm going to start with this rep here. Yeah, see Will Anderson's all the way to the right.
Yeah.
As you can see, very good agility, man. Very good agility. Holds his block there.
Get me up.
See thing, he's patting his feet.
Yeah.
He's waiting for it to engage. When he gets his engage, he puts his hands on him. That's not holding. And he holds his block. Now, they may get him from right here, maybe, if they want to be petty.
Yeah, the other thing is, that's something a lot of people in the NFL are pissed off about. Defensive coaches might just call it holding. In the NFL, it's called the hug technique. So I think he's fine there. And yeah, what I loved about this rep is his footwork here is absolutely outstanding. This is not going too early, not being impatient. This is letting the rush come to him, but at the same time staying ahead of the rush. His angle is beautiful. He engages with his hands perfectly. He's not giving up his chest. And the thing here, can you just pause it right immediately? So what he's doing as the rush gets closer, you're going to see when we unpause this in a second, he's going to keep his hands at the ready, but lower. So he's not giving up those arms for a chop. This is just really, really nice technique. Look at him drop those arms, come back up around, and surround those shoulders.
I want to show you that. You know what you're talking about. Watch the guy miss the chop.
Yeah.
It's almost a flash.
Right there.
It's almost a double flash there. It's really nicely done. That's excellent work there from Charles Cross.
I think this guy's gonna rise up drive boards too, man.
Very possibly. I think we all know what he can do in the pass pro game. As a run blocker is where I think he needs a little bit of work, but yeah, this is
run
some good
blocker
tape.
right here.
Yeah.
I think he does a fair job against.
I'd like to see his.
That's a good block right there.
It is, but I'd like to see his head higher through the block so he can see. He dipped his head.
Okay. I thought you meant
head right there.
I thought you meant first. I got confused there with what you were saying, Joel. You mean tilt his head up? I thought you meant Okay, we're good.
Yeah, he tipped his head when he made contact.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And a lot of guys do that because they think they get more power doing that.
Right.
It's a bad idea. Always want to keep your face mask up.
Right, that was a run pro right there. I mean, that was decent.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best, but it was decent. It was effective. So
yeah, it's good stuff.
As you can see right here, you see how he bounces out.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that Evan Neal's going to have to work on. Charles Cross already has. He's just not as powerful as Neal.
Yeah, we got to see this again. That's a beautiful
one block right there. He sees the other guy twisting. Let me get out there and block him. Man, it's not his fault that the other guy didn't do their job and it was holding on. And what was that, Anderson, number 31?
Right.
Not sure, but if we just go back to the start of that play, this is so pretty because this is a cerebral play from an offensive lineman. The best offensive linemen are not big, dumb brick walls, They're guys that know how to do this. He's going to come over, he's going to give help, but the entire time he's here giving help, he knows who's coming around the edge, and he knows, and look at him get there almost to the edge before the edge rusher.
Right.
He's going to step there. He's going to... Yeah, sorry. He's going to... If we press play here, we're going to see him make his block and help out his buddy on the line, and he's going to be at the spot before the guy with the stunt is.
Exactly.
And he's going to meet him
block there as long as he could, right before he knew that he can get to that spot before that other guy was coming. So he knew it was coming before it came.
This is such a great timing play. It's such a great timing play.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's a beautiful pass pro rep. That is you know what that is? That is teaching tape for how to handle stunts.
Right. So that's
him and that left guard have a lot better stuff going on than Evan Neal and his left guard.
Right.
And it's only 2 reps in.
Yeah.
Actually, this is Alabama. I hope Evan Gard and his partner in crime there were actually watching that. I said Evan Gard. You knew I meant Evan Neal.
Right. It's all right. 225.
We're good.
235. Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
I mess up.
Now, let's go to this rep here. I like this rep as well. He figures out what's going on. He's in front of him. Nowhere.
Powers down.
Yep.
Powers down. Nice.
And the other thing is, so this is rush 3, drop 8 from the Tide, and a lot of people, they misunderstand this. Rushing 3 doesn't just mean that it's easy. Doesn't mean that the offensive line can take the rep off. This is so well done from really the entire Mississippi State line. They're going to pass this rush off to each other so well. This is really fluid. They're all ahead of time. They're all timing it out well. This is nicely done. And quarterback has a nice, clean view. That's nice stuff.
Another thing I like about this rep, Charles Cross did amazing, but look at that guard.
Yeah.
And comes back and gets some more, number 18.
Yep. But every single guy on that line knows that 3 are coming, and they're all trying to find work at the same time. You got 2 beautiful double teams there, and a guy always looking to make a block on the right side. That's good stuff.
This is offensive line play we need with New York. I think Daniel Jones can actually survive if we get offensive line play like
78 is playing on Oh, yeah, okay. So Will Anderson drops, but 78 holds a great individual block there. Look at him anchor and re-anchor. I know this isn't about him, but still, that's a really nice rep.
Power down, drop that foot, anchor. You ain't going no farther. That's a nastiness that you see right there.
Another rush 3 here.
Like Charles Cross's technique, man. Look at that technique.
Right.
We'll see it again.
Look at his technique. All right. There you go. Once he get his hands on you, you're not going anywhere.
Look at that.
And like just right here, don't touch anything. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Just keep it going. I want to pause it at one specific point. Just right about there's good. So if you look at his base, and it is the step right after this, but you can get a good idea from this frame. What Evan Neal does so well is look at his... Oh, perfect, right there. Look at his base. Look at the angle that Evan Neal is at. He's got a great angle of his knee, and look at the... sorry, my bad. Charles Cross. We're all messing up today. Look at Charles Cross. Look at the angles he's at. His shins are parallel to his upper body. He's got a great angle on his knees and his hips at the same angle. And he's at a great angle with leverage on this block. His helmet's below 18's helmet. This is just pretty.
Yeah, perfect technique, man. That's why I think Charles Cross can actually go up the boards.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got his back to the quarterback, perfect angle, just under control.
I'm not going to lie. I got a question to ask when we get to the next rep. Would you mind this guy being drafted by the Giants at number 5?
If he can play the right side, absolutely not.
Yeah, exactly. If he can keep doing this stuff on the Giants on the right side of the offensive line, I'm more than happy.
In fairness, we're 3 or 4 reps in here, but we can keep going.
Yeah, I just want to see one more rep with him, and then we're going to go to Ekwonu.
Sure.
Bad pass, by the way. My goodness.
That's
that rep
so.
right there was quick.
This is an example of. Oh man, this is an aggressive look from Alabama. They're going to drop out of here. This is a great example of Charles Cross. He's just going to take care of business.
Man,
you know?
Right there, Joe. I'm telling you.
Right.
I think I might put this guy at number 1, man.
Right.
I mean, he's just going to take him right out of the picture. He's going to try and get beat with speed. He's going to say, "All right, let's go," and take him 5 yards behind the quarterback.
He gets his hands on him where he can't dip that shoulder and get the edge on him.
Yep.
And then he just pushes him out, pushes him out, pushes him out, pushes him out. Man,
that's pretty.
Horrible pass by the quarterback. But
who is Mississippi State's quarterback?
I don't know, but we better not draft.
With our luck, we will. But you know.
Look at that.
This is great.
Right,
look at those feet.
Yeah. Look at
go back again real quick. Just I love that angle. That shows it really nicely. Like this angle. So no heel clicks. Great spacing, feet moving quickly, always at a perfect angle of the rush. So when you talk about where you want to be, this is the depth you want to be at when you find yourself perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. So right now you can see he's facing the sideline. He's perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, and he's at a perfect depth for that. It's like if you think of a semicircle, he's following that semicircle all the way around, not getting turned too early, not getting turned too late. He's got his hands on him. He's leveraging he's leveraging his guy around the pocket. This is just perfect.
Right, and you get nowhere near the quarterback right here. Nowhere near the quarterback.
And also, I don't know what his measurables are, but you could see in that frame really nicely the difference in length there. That's why it's important. That's why Dave Gettleman, he does know a thing or two, the old guy. That's why he loves having offensive linemen with length. That's an important character trait there.
And Cross is only 6'5", 300.
But I don't know what his arm length is.
I don't know his arm length, and it didn't tell me his arm length.
And 6'5" ain't huge, but it's not bad either.
So
I definitely don't think his weight's going to be a problem, I'll tell you that.
That's Charles Cross. Do you have any Ekwonu film?
Let me take a look so you guys can keep talking about Charles Cross there while I pull that up.
Oh, man. Like I said at the beginning, man, people might not like me because I think that he's better than Neal. I hate to nitpick on Neal. I really do. But you see the athleticism from a 300-pounder, And I see the athleticism in Neal at 350. That's why I say if he dropped to 335, I think that would be his ideal weight for being mobile. And, I would take that 15 pounds would take a lot of strain off that man's back.
Yes, it would.
So there's more to it than just, everything, saying that I'm not saying he's fat. I'm not saying he's not agile. He definitely is. But, just sometimes if a guy because if he's going to be playing right tackle, if he can get down to 330, 335 and become a little bit more mobile.
And, let me just, I have it against Clemson here, if you want me to share my screen, Pat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I do like it a lot better when it's all 22 like this. I think it's easier.
Right.
So,
me too.
We got this here. Y'all seeing that good?
Yep.
Excellent. So NC State versus Clemson. Good level of competition here. He is going to be down here on the left side of the screen. Or, excuse me, the right side of the screen, but for him. And that's just... that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Drive them feet.
Look at that finish. That's a finish on a block. That is a finish on a block. Number 7 ends up fully laid out on the dirt. That's what I want to see. Gets right into him, and he just drives him. Look at that finish on that block.
Small guy, that's exactly what you want to see.
That's pretty. That's some nice stuff there. And back out again. Quick snap. Okay, so first off, people are going to think that I'm cherry picking here. The difference with this and what I was talking about before with how fast you want to get perpendicular, this is a designed rollout all the way. Mm-hmm. And it's also a really, really bad play, coincidentally, but that's NC State for you. You'll see this again. He's immediately going to get turned around, but that's because he knows his quarterback's rolling out right.
Right. All
so
these try,
every single one of them trying to create a wall here, every single one. And this is just, I don't even know what that is.
That was
NC
the blocking
State football.
scheme. Yeah, that was the blocking scheme.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So here he is again. Ooh, okay. So
nice punch.
On this run play, this is interesting. So we're going to see this again. This is a little bit of nuance for what you want out of a run blocker. What we're going to see here, and I'll show the actual run first, and then we'll go back and break it down a little bit. So ball's going to be snapped. It's going to be, this is a zone run. They're trying to come out this way. You're going to see the lane open up, and then it's probably going to close out pretty quickly because this is Clemson. But his job here on this run as the away side tackle is he's going to have to close off this edge. And the thing is, from the alignment before the snap, they're going to shift their defensive line over. So his job is pretty much already done. His job here is to seal off this edge and make sure no defensive player is going to wrap around and get to this running back from the backside. So his job is basically already done. So what he's going to do is he's going to come inside and just, all right, thanks for the free rep.
Another thing, go back to that.
Sure.
Just wanted you to show the athleticism of this big guy.
I was going to say that in a second.
That is, see how he went to the inside, but he got right back to the outside immediately?
Recovery is perfect.
Yeah, that recovery right there was amazing.
Yeah, really great stuff. Now back out again. Uncovered. Head up now. Maybe a little outside, so we'll call this a 5-tack. Play adjust. Oh, it's going to be a timeout or something. Come back out. Same alignment here from 7. Definitely a 5-tack. I don't know what I was on about. Walked up linebackers. Oh, so they're just going to show that again. Now, back out again. And so, y'all think this was an RPO or a design fake?
Let's run it again.
I think this is an RPO, so I'm not entirely sure here. I'm a little torn there. Either way, though, not super important for our purposes. Ikem Ekwonu, not much there on that rep. Here he is again.
Drive. He did get shedded, but
he
got
lost his
shedded
footing
right
there.
But he has a lot of drive to him.
Yeah.
He has a nastiness to him.
right.
He's just going to move 98 along, and he's going to lose his footing, but other than that, good rep.
That's what I want to see from Neal. See how his footwork is going?
Yeah.
He gets a hold of the guy. I mean, that guy's 350. Man, he should be driving people into the parking lot.
Yeah, and in fairness, that is kind of what Evan Neal's issue is. I think he has really long, explosive strides, but he doesn't move as quickly with his feet as these guys do.
Yeah.
So now, that's a down block, gets to the second level. This is an RPO that is only going to work in college. That is 100% illegal man downfield, but for the college game, that's really well executed. He'll get his chip and then get up to the second level. So
look how quick he gets off the line, man. That dude gets off the line quick as hell.
Everything about this is quick. He's going to get off the line quick, get his chip. We'll just imagine that this is a run instead of an RPO. That's how we'll look at this for our purposes. But he's going to make a great chip here, help out on the defensive lineman, and get right up to the second level lightning quick. So we'll see this here.
Either way.
This is a handoff in the league, but look at him get right up on 10.
Too. It was a good chip, too, because he moved that guy.
Gets a chip on 8. We'll imagine that 98 gets blocked here. So imagine that isn't a terrible block. And this lane is going to be right here. And look at the position he's in to seal off 10.
Right. So if 98 gets blocked, that can go for a long way. If that, I think that's the guard right there gets 47.
Yeah. We'll make believe that our guard and our pulling tight end make their blocks here. But this is, from Ikem Ekwonu, this is a great individual rep.
She thought it was her email, and she kept sending an email.
Joel, I hear you in the background there.
You're going to have to probably...
So, back out again. Ekwonu, same spot. Ooh.
Oh, no, he gets beat to the inside on that one.
Yeah.
He loses a little bit of his technique right there. I don't know if he was expecting help to the inside or what.
We'll see this rep again. This will be a better angle on it.
Nah, he just got beat to the inside.
Yeah, that's so this is a little bit of over-eagerness, I'd say. He's overcompensating for a speed rush, and this credit to 98 here. This is a really good move. See him just a little juke there on him. Great recovery from the quarterback there, aside from that throw. That was good pocket movement there. Prevents a sack. Back out again. Wide 9.
Yep.
And he's just going to seal off the edge. Look at him continue that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
People, man.
So this is what we were talking about with Evan Neal. This is like there was actually a really similar play we went over. So up until there, this is where Evan Neal stopped last time.
Yep.
The play's not to my side, but I'm going to block it and I'm going to seal off the edge. This is different. This is what I said I wanted to see from Evan Neal. Ikem Ekwonu is just going to keep on moving him. That's pretty. That's the aggression we want out of a lineman.
Ekwonu definitely has aggression.
What on earth is going on here? NC State. You guys are NC State and we're trying to do 3x2 empty set bunch duo? Really? Stay in your lane, guys. But that's going to get whistled dead immediately. Okay, so this is a nothing play, but
You're lucky with nothing play. You're going to get killed.
Jesus. NC State, guys, come on. Okay. Back again. Motion across. And another flag. False start this time. Goodness gracious. Let's see who did it.
Oh, the center.
Yeah. Come on, y'all. Be better, please. All right. On to what will hopefully be a clean play. A little 5-tech here. Him and 98 are having a day with each other.
Right.
So that's designed.
Yep, that's designed, and I don't like the design of that play. Period.
Yeah, I think it's less about the. I got to see it again here. Hold on. Yeah, so this is just putting poor Ikem Ekwonu in a position to fail. The idea here is he's going to get a chip on 98 and take him out of the play, and then get up to the second level and make a block for this little swing screen here. And this is just a bad idea, because exactly what you'd expect to happen happens. 98 reads it all the way. He reads it like a book. Poor Ikem Ekwonu can do nothing, because he's not even trying to rush. He knows what's happening. And this is... Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here, guys?
Still got the block on the DB, so if 98 didn't recognize what it was, that would have been a play, but...
Yeah, credit to Ikem Ekwonu, but what are we doing, NC State? Motion into a bunch. Another screen here. I mean, again, Ekwonu's doing all he can. Nothing you can say bad about him here.
He's athletic as shit, though.
Yeah, I mean, this footwork is pretty impressive here. He's doing a little dance with him, but it's not really super important. Man, you'd love to see NC State just not be terrible, but guess we shouldn't ask too much. Now we have more vanilla rep, and that's a really nice pass protection.
Yeah, that's a good pass pro right there. And that's what they said his weakness was, pass pro, but I don't see a weakness there either.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still maybe not a strength, but I wouldn't call it a weakness.
He can definitely get better at technique. I think he's going to get beat on inside moves in the beginning of his career, but once he learns to stop those inside moves, because you're not going to beat him on the outside, and if he gets his hands on you, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, that's a reps thing, you know?
Yep.
And, oh goodness gracious.
Yeah,
NC State, come on, boys. Let's get it together.
Half the field.
I mean, oh my, it's not even just the line, it's the center again. Guys, you know what the snap count is. How is the center false starting?
Right.
Either you go or you don't, big man. Oh my goodness.
Well, how's the center flinching? Like,
Oh
he ain't supposed
God.
to move unless you snap at the ball.
Jesus Christ. Okay, covered up by a tight end here. Down block.
Ooh, Lord. Good down block right there.
Yeah,
This dude's going to be a beast in the run game for sure.
Yeah, this is a great double team here. I'm still thinking about that double false start one from the center. But yeah, that's a great double team there. He's doing a good job angling him off. Good block. He is a great run blocker. Okay. Lol. Outside 5 tech. Oh my goodness. Surely not. Surely not. Okay, that wasn't them this time. Okay. Guys, what is going on? The stadium doesn't look too loud.
Right. They can't. Shit, they don't know when the next play is going to be.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Ooh, I like that.
Oh!
I like that. Hello.
Cover quick as hell.
Get off the tracks. The train's coming through.
Good grief.
Yeah, this is a poor rep in the beginning, and he says, "Oh, hey there." Goodness, James Skalski just, whew, you are outside your weight class, my friend.
Right.
Okay, next player. Oh, that's just.
He missed his block, but he's fast to be that big.
Yeah, I mean, this is. So, okay, so what we got from the beginning here.
I guess he's supposed to chip him and make it to the second level. I gotta see it again.
This is another RPO that just. This ain't going to translate. This isn't going to be a thing in the league. Defensive line shifting a lot up front, getting into their stances. His job is to chip 98, get up to the second level for this block if it is a run. It's an RPO, doesn't give it. I mean, oh my goodness. Like this isn't his fault because this is how he's coached to do it.
A poor play setup right there.
Like this is just so egregious in the NFL. Again, not his fault because this is how he's coached, but he's going to get this chip. He's going to come upfield. Look how far he gets. Oh no. Honey, sweetie, baby. No. Can't be doing that. That is the easiest flag a ref will ever throw.
Right.
Because I listen, it's tough to see everything for those zebras, but they will see a 350-pound man slowly
Right.
jogging up the field. It's hard to miss. Little down block there.
And you got a good chip there.
Just lost his footing.
Yeah, I think this guy's set for a power run game as of right now.
Yeah.
He has immense talent. He's gonna have to work on his pass pro a little bit.
For sure.
But as far as the run game, I think he's legit in the run game immediately.
So
as soon as you draft him.
Yeah. So with that said, we'll now that we have those top 3 guys done for this one film session here, this short film session, let's circle back to our original take here, and I'll let Joel go first. Yeah, he hadn't said anything in a minute here. After watching those 3 guys, what are your thoughts before and after?
I'm going to go with what I said. I think Ikem, and I think that
Charles Cross.
Yeah, Cross are better than O'Neal right now as far as a more, I don't want to say athletic, but yeah, that they got a meanness to them. They've got a drive to them. You know, their feet are always moving. They're not taking plays off. They're finishing plays.
Yeah.
I see Neal sometimes just, he'll just hit somebody and they'll bounce off of him and he'll stand there.
Yeah.
So I worry about that because of what we saw with Pert. Pert was supposed to be a really good right tackle, but he doesn't have that meanness streak to him. So I can't help it. It's probably not fair to put those two together at all. But when you're looking at attitude-wise, you got to go out there and play mean.
Yeah. So obviously, Big Pat, you were talking about some of the stuff that you had brought up earlier while we were going over that film. But what are your thoughts just with what we saw there?
I actually have to rate Neal number 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Charles Cross is the most ready. As far as the right tackle or left tackle position, I believe he can play both.
Yeah.
Pretty well. And if you're looking for a road grader, you go with Ekwonu.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I wouldn't mind the Giants getting Cross and Ekwonu with those first 2 picks.
Put Ekwonu at guard.
Or Cross. Yeah, put Ekwonu at guard.
That would be a sick combo.
Yeah, or you get Linderbaum and Ekwonu and put them at guard and center and get you a free agent right tackle, because I promise you, Ekwonu at guard will be an absolute force.
Yeah.
Right.
That's honestly, that seems ideal to me. I look at that film, and not to say that he can't be a tackle, because we had the same dumb conversation with Rashawn Slater last year, but not to say he can't be a tackle, because he sure as hell can. But I think if you put him at guard, he's going to do work. But after watching that film, I'll go back and I'll say the same thing I did before. These are 3 very different guys with 3 very different skill sets and 3 very different NFL prospect profiles.
Yes.
So I look at that, and again, I'm going to circle back and say the same thing. It depends, in my opinion, on what you're looking for. As a franchise, are you looking for a guy that, again, can be a high ceiling but might need some development? Are you looking for a guy to slot in, be a great pass protector immediately? Or are you looking for a guy that's just an absolute road grader? And for the Giants, I think any single one of them would be a big boost for us.
Right.
So,
I agree.
So I look at that, and for me, in terms of a ranking, I think it's a little muddy. I think it's every team's board is going to look different for these 3 offensive tackles. Yep. I think if you walk into any single war room in the league this April, they're all going to be in different arrangements. So for us as Giants fans, I think I'll put Ikem number 1, just because we definitely need the help in general, but even more so in the run game. I mean, my goodness.
Yes.
And then, I really struggle to look past Evan Neal's raw ability, but Charles Cross looks like a hell of a player. He looks like what we need, which is consistency. Exactly. So I think I will put Charles Cross 2, and I will hop on the bandwagon with you guys and put Evan Neal 3.
I can't.
And I'll do it grudgingly. But the next guy we were going to look at, I have pulled up here. I got some Kentucky offensive line tape versus Georgia for some Darian Kennard tape. And if we thought we had problems before, I'm expecting for this to go off the deep end a little bit.
This guy's going to be a third or a fourth.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's going to be right in that area.
And unfortunately, he's probably the next name up. We might see some guys that jump him in between now and then. I haven't fully scouted, but as far as I can tell, this is OT4, and we're looking at a 2-round jump down. But let's pull up some Darian Kennard tape. I will once again share this screen. I got some All-22 for us. And this one and Sean Ryan, obviously we don't need to spend as much time on, but we'll take a quick look here.
Right.
I got some
3 or 4 plays.
Kentucky versus Georgia going on here. And Darian Kennard is going to be number 70 here. He's our first right tackle of the bunch. And we will see what he's got here. Down block. That's a really nice start. That's a good nice start to some tape. Gets good. Sorry, this is the next play already. And why is this going so fast? Is this on normal speed? Let's put this at half speed. That's better. Okay, so this is the first play again. Yeah, I know. So this is a good start to some film. Gets in there, gets around the corner there on this block, sets up a lane. That's really nicely done. And then, of course, the lane gets set up, but it doesn't matter because Georgia's defensive front is a nightmare. But that is well done from number 70, Darian Kennard. That's a good start. Good start.
He stayed low, kept his head up, moved his feet. Nice, yes.
Yeah.
This
is where we have some problems.
Looks a little clumsy right there.
I think that's an understatement. So we're gonna see. I'm not even gonna let this finish. Let's go back to the start here. So he's gonna down block again, and I don't even really know what to say. So he's starting off right where you want to be. Arm extended, the buddy system here. They're moving down, and he's going to realize, here's number 44. He's my guy. And now, hold on, put the brakes on. I need to come back and make this block.
And call that holding as well.
Yeah. When you want to say balance for an offensive lineman, usually that doesn't entail a foot being off the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's hopping up on one leg here.
Like Draymond Green right there.
Right. Yeah. And I got to tell you, number 44, his eyes in this moment are probably wide as dinner plates.
Right.
This is a problem.
This is lunch right here.
So we had a good start from Darian Kennard, and now we are in the pits. So because of his natural size and weight and the fact that this run is being brought around to the other side, he's not going to get smoked and fully embarrassed here, but that will go back and once again pause at this unfortunate
Nate
moment.
Solder right there.
That's
is a tad bit better than Nate Solder.
This is about a foot and a half off the ground, and that is a recipe for disaster.
Does anybody else have the Beverly Hillbillies theme song running in their head watching this?
Right.
Goodness gracious.
Dirt.
And that is...
Hey, I'll give the kid credit. He never quit.
That's true.
A lot of guys would quit on that. Like, I'm out of it. But nope.
Yeah. A lot of guys get put on their ass there.
Right.
So he's going to come down. That's a QB sneak. We don't need to talk about that too much.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do right there.
We all know what a QB sneak is. So here's our first pass pro rep. And... Okay, so let's... Okay, I'm a little confused here. So he's going to play this on this stunt. This is just a simple little twist here. He's going to play this as if he already knows it's a stunt. And I'm not sure how. So in this moment right here, let's imagine for a second that as far as he knows... You think so?
Because he is turning in, and he might have looked at his eyes.
Maybe.
44 eyes may have gave it away.
I guess so. I'll take your word for it, and we'll throw that one out the window, because otherwise that is a problem.
Right.
Otherwise, he is way too far inside. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Here he is again. and just down blocking. That's a pretty good rep. Obviously, I believe that was the monster himself, Jordan Davis, who's just destroying his block. But 70 and 75, Kennard and his partner here. That's a good double team block. The lane should be here, and they've cleared it nicely. But again, Jordan Davis doing Jordan Davis things.
Right.
Here he is again, and we'll say this is the second to last one we'll show. He's gonna try and get outside, and that's definitely holding, but he got it done, I guess. That's one way to do it.
His technique is terrible.
Yeah, this is. So we'll talk about what we want to happen here is for him to use his footwork and in fairness,
him back.
Yeah, in fairness, this is really, really, really bad. This is a bad sight for an offensive tackle to know that you're stretch blocking this way and you see a far outside alignment because he's head up on the tight end. This is a 7, and that's not what you want to see here. But what he should be doing, because he knows that the tight end is going to have to come back around and seal this edge off. I'm assuming he's going to come down and block 33 in a second here. What he needs to do is, instead of putting his helmet down and praying, he needs to be swinging his feet around the outside, because we saw Ikem Ekwonu do this a few minutes ago.
Right.
He needs to swing his feet around the outside and manage to get this leverage back and then close it off from here. And instead, we got a head down, we got a bear hug being given out. And
that's a holding penalty, man.
That is as holding gets, and he's still going to get thrown to the ground.
He didn't even move his feet.
Like, that is a problem. And then we'll call this the last rep we'll show right here. Good or bad. So, big 70 again. And lots of run blocking being done here, but he does a good job to his credit. And then, of course, the Georgia nose tackles destroy everything as usual, because they're demons. We'll watch this again. So he's going to come down, make another good double team block here. I don't know why this is what they're trying to do, but it is. And we see big Jordan Davis say, "Hey there, good to meet you. Welcome to the ground." He's just Jordan Davis is a monster.
Too, Nate, I got to put Kennard at guard.
Yeah, maybe.
There's no way he plays right tackle for me.
Well, I see some talent there, though, Pat.
Yeah,
there's talent for sure, but like
I could see him. Okay, I said 3rd or 4th. He might go late 2nd.
Yeah, that's probably where I'd see him.
I mean, after watching that film right there, look, he does have footwork. He does have power. He doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah,
I think that's the coaches at Kentucky.
That's fair. So Darian Kennard, he is 6'5", 345. He's a big old boy, and I give him credit. He is a guy that will get after you with nastiness. Right now, the extent of his game is, you are my guy, I'm going to try and destroy you. And unfortunately, I don't think he knows quite how to do that just yet.
Right.
So I wouldn't say that he's an instant shift to guard, but it should definitely be something that's on people's radars.
If you want him to start for you his rookie year,
it's a guard.
You're going to have to put him at guard.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you put him out there at right tackle week 1, you're going to have some issues.
Oh, yeah. So now we're looking at Sean Ryan next. And I do not have all 22 of this year from him. So if you want to just take a look on YouTube and see if you can find something for me, Pat, that would be much appreciated.
All right, UCLA.
And he'll be our last guy here. We'll try and round him out by the 1.5 hour mark. Shouldn't take too long.
Right.
I'm still thinking about that. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about him doing the cha-cha slide there. That was ugly. I mean, you're talking about that. I'm thinking of the Arrested Development theme. That's what I'm hearing in the background.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm trying to think. I think Ryan is right here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Ryan's big 7'4".
Oh, 74, so he's the left tackle.
You actually, you got a picture of him on your screen.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
Right there.
All right, he's not against Thibodeau on this play, so.
Man, I love these UCLA uniforms, by the way.
Yeah, I've always liked UCLA uniform.
That royal blue and the gold. I think it looks nice.
Actually, on this rep, he's out of the play. He was against.
You're not sharing your screen, Pat, if you think you are.
Right.
Oh, snap.
Well, see, we all had our brain moments today.
Right.
So.
Little brain farts today. We're good.
Right.
We're good.
All right, 74. There you go. Actually against Thibodeau right here, but the play, I don't think this play is going to give you a good idea of what's going on. This is showing how he gets down. It's like he missed his block. He couldn't get there.
Oh, man. I am getting a lot of frame rate lag here.
Right. Our internet, mine and Pat's, and we live freaking 1,500 miles in between each other.
Yeah.
Is it still giving you a bunch of...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to follow it. It's not your fault. It's Spectrum.
Is it still doing it?
No, this is better, actually.
All right, so let me go back. His athleticism is not good.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know what specifically his assignment was there, but I gotta think he needed to block on Thibodeau. Hard to know for sure, but...
Okay, he's at the top of the screen this time.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. They switched him. I guess that play right there, he was just at the right tackle for some reason.
Yeah.
But he's right here.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, he's double teamed.
Call that a decent rep right there? I guess you can call it a decent rep right there.
It's not a terrible rep.
Yeah, it's like he moves in slow motion.
A little bit.
He's a little late getting off the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about, guys. This tackle class is top heavy as top heavy gets. That's why we're in a position where we probably need to be getting while the getting's good, if you know what I mean.
Right.
As you can see, false start again. Man, we getting a lot of these people, a lot of false starts.
Well, we're also watching UCLA and NC State, so
Yeah.
get what you pay for on that one.
And the running back, he's going back to college.
Oh,
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh, my goodness. I might stop the film right here.
Oh, Sean. Oh, Sean.
Man.
This is... Sean, you can't block him with your chest plate. That's not gonna work.
Good. He lost right there.
Sean, buddy.
Oh.
He got shot putted.
He's going up.
He got shot putted.
He's not going back. He's going up. He's on trajectory for takeoff.
Whee.
Launch. Hey.
Oh, Sean. Oh, buddy. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We do not need to see that in New York. We
No, no. Oh, no.
Oh, he got took
Oh,
for a ride.
God.
He got took for a ride.
At least he didn't wind up on his butt like some others we know.
No, he said, Daddy, throw me in the air.
Right.
And so he did.
Whee.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no. No. Sean, you block him with your hands, not your chest plate. Come on, buddy.
Oh.
Is he back at the bottom of the screen again on that play?
Yep.
What is going on with UCLA?
They're moving him all over the place.
It's every time he does something stupid, they move him to the other side again.
I mean, that's a decent rep. He
yeah,
still
it's
got
all right.
shedded. He got shedded pretty good though.
Yeah. That was a big hit on that tackle. Yeah, got a big hit being delivered here. I think it's 47's going to come down. Boom.
Ooh.
That's a nice tackle. I like some of that.
Back at the top. Yeah, guys, I'm almost done.
Yeah, I think we can call this one.
I do too. That's what we're getting, folks. That's the difference between the top and the middle.
Yeah.
Like
You don't even want to see the bottom.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is bad, man. Looks like exactly what we see in New York already. Look,
Yeah, Sean Ryan.
He got pushed off a guy that was standing still.
Sean Ryan legitimately looks like Nate Solder's illegitimate child.
Right.
that.
Guys. Oh,
Look, he got pushed out. Man, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm done with that.
Yeah, we don't need to see more of that. Get it off the screen.
Right. And it gets worse from that because the tackles below him are even worse.
And we didn't even watch Jackson Kirkland.
Right. I think
if you want to see someone get their lunch money taken, go see Jackson Kirkland versus Aiden Hutchinson. God almighty. That was bullying. You know what that was? That was bullying. That was the stuff they're telling us about in middle school these days, man.
right.
he knocked him over like a pylon.
Oh my goodness. I'm still thinking about that Sean Ryan rep we just saw. I have never seen that. I have seen people go backwards. I have seen them go down. I have never seen an offensive lineman go up.
Right.
That
it
is.
It wasn't even about Thibodeau. It was about the other guy.
Like, he must have jumped, right? Surely he jumped.
Yeah, he jumped. He got pushed up. Made him do it.
Surely that didn't happen by accident.
But guys, this one lasted an hour and 30 as well. So I think that's around about what we're going to be doing with these shows, about an hour and 30.
I guess so.
My top three, I mean, the end of the stream, we're going to give our top threes as far as the tackles. And I have to say, I got to go Charles Cross, Ekwonu, Evan Neal.
Yep.
I have to put them in that order by watching the film.
Yeah.
You have to do more extensive film. I know that was just one game, but I have done extensive film search on all three of those guys, and I like Charles Cross the best. I like Ekwonu because of his nastiness, and I think he's more athletic than both of those guys. Even Evan Neal, I think he's more athletic than Evan Neal.
Think so?
And I think he could be an all-pro guard from the jump.
Yeah, that's possible.
I really do. That dude's absolutely nasty. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion on those guys. We'll go to Nate, then we'll go to Joel, and then we'll wrap it up.
That sounds good to me. I'll say the same order I did a few minutes ago. I will say Ikem Ekwonu number 1. I'll say Cross number 2, and I'll say Evan Neal number 3. I mean, it's to me, I'm watching Ikem Ekwonu in the run game, and I'm just enjoying myself. I'm just having fun watching him just embarrass people.
Right.
And I'm enjoying that. It's fun to watch. And then I think of the Giants, and I think, man, we need him in our run game so badly. And I say that's why he's number 1 for me. And then number 2, I got Charles Cross. Same thing with the run game for Ikem, the pass game for Cross. That is, dare I say, offensive line pornography. That is incredible. Watching his technique is, you don't see that very often at the college level. That's pretty. Right. His hand usage, his footwork, that was really just beautiful stuff. And like you said, I think he's going to rise up draft boards. And then Evan Neal in a close third, just because of the raw athleticism, the potential. And Joel, I got you in the background again, I think, here.
Oh, that's my wife.
Yeah, it's all right. But again, just for the sake of the potential, for the sake of what could be in a few years, Evan Neal is definitely still right there. Still for sure in the top 10. Possibly, if a team falls in love with him, maybe even top 5. But I'll kick it on over to Joel, and I'll say right before I do, again, it's going to come down to what these guys think in the war room. It's going to be what that team wants specifically. But yeah, Joel, it is your show tonight, so why don't you finish us off?
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Look, I've got Ekwonu and Cross 1A, 1B. It's going to depend who you want.
Yep.
And then I got Neal 3. So, Nate, I couldn't have said it any better than what Nate said. And you know what? We did go off of one game, but that was quality competition that those guys were going up against.
Yeah.
Georgia, Clemson, Alabama. Those defenses are pretty damn good. They got some talent on that team. So, I mean, I'm sure you can find games where you could put together a highlight reel and make them look like gods. But then, I want to see them against the real defenses, against the other coaches, the schemes, where they're throwing different fronts, they're throwing different looks, confusing. We saw Evan Neal get beat on one look, but he didn't get beat on it in the second time. So that tells me he's got some smarts. He learned from that first mistake and he didn't repeat it. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
It's those small little things. We've all had wonderful input in here tonight. So glad to be a part of this panel. And then next week we're going to be looking at offensive guards, the interior, the center, the guards. And there's no saying that one of these guys that we looked at tonight might not be a guard.
Yeah.
So as we wrap this up, Pat, you got any last words?
Last words, man. I definitely enjoyed doing this with you guys. Glad we came up with this concept. Can't wait till next week to get the guards in the center. Can't wait to break down that film. And then after that, we will be doing the tight ends. So we're going to knock out pretty much the whole offensive line for you within the next couple of weeks, guys. Thank you, guys. The last one was very successful, over 400 views. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in on that one. We'll be dropping this pretty soon. And I have to say, man, a lot of people are not going to like this, man, because I don't have Evan Neal, number one.
This could be an unpopular video.
Yes, it is.
I'm prepared for it, man. I've been told.
Aren't we all?
Right?
I've gone through it before, but that's my take, man. A lot of this film study, that's why you watch film, because like Joe said, you can put these highlight tapes of anybody, and they can look like the best thing since sliced bread.
Yep.
Turn on that all 22, and it's going to show you everything that you need to know.
Yep.
And that all 22 says Evan Neal is number 3, man. I'm sorry. He just is.
Tape don't lie.
Not to say that he's a bad, tape don't lie. Not to say he's a bad player. I still think he could go in the top 5.
Yep.
If one team loves him that much, he will go in the top 5.
Yep.
But I doubt it if he goes number 1 to Jacksonville if they do their research.
Yeah.
I doubt it. So that's the end of the show. Nate, you got anything?
No, I think I've said what I needed to say. I'm just as happy to be here as you guys. I'm loving this. It's a great new show. We're making great content here. So on to next week, baby.
Right. But till then, this has been a Big Blue Crew production.